Find the difference between 4/5 and 2. This question is asking us to figure out how far apart 4/5 and 2 are. So difference. Four-fifths. And the reason why we're taking 4/5 away from 2 is because whenever we're trying to figure out the difference between two numbers, we're always going to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So one way I can solve this is by drawing a model. Now I have my two bars, and each bar represents one whole. Since I'm going to be subtracting 4/5, I'm looking at the denominator to know how many parts I need to divide each of my whole into. So my denominator is 5. So I'm first going to divide the top bar into 5 and then the bottom one. So now I have two wholes, and I'm able to clearly subtract 4/5. So I'm going to notice my 4/5, and then I'm going to subtract and cross out. I'm left with my one whole, and right there I have one more fifth. Another way I can do it is by looking at my 2 and borrowing a whole from it and turning the second into 5/5, because I know that one whole is the same thing, is equivalent to 5/5. So one whole and 5/5 is the same thing as 2. Now I can subtract my 4/5. I know my denominator doesn't change. So 5/5 minus 4/5 is 1/5, and I still have that whole right there. And a third way I could solve this by using a number line. So I can start my number line at 0 if I want, but I know that it has to go up to 2. And again, I'm going to look at the denominator from 4/5, and that tells me that I'm going to divide each of my wholes into 5 equal parts, and each part has a value of 1/5. So now I show 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. My one whole is the same as 5/5. This would be 1 and 1/5, 1 and 2/5, 1 and 3/5, 1 and 4/5, and 2 wholes, which is the same as 10/5. So I'm going to start at 2, and then I'm going to go backwards 4/5. And that brings me right there to 1 and 1/5. So 2 minus 4/5 equals 1 and 1/5. That means that the difference between 2 and 4/5 is 1 and 1/5.